Yeah, so guys, hapa is Team Empower Initiative Program. Yeah, Nelson here, Victor, and there's Julius, and there's also OCS, as we call him, Brian. Yeah, so I'll hand it over to Victor to do some introduction where we are, to give some contextual meaning of what we do here. Yeah.
Okay guys, this is Wapek Delicacy, located along Omagina Street, Queensway building, known for affordable meals and very delicious. Welcome all back to Nelson the host.
Yeah, so guys, I've been having some, because there are some things that have been disturbing my mind, and I think this is a good topic regarding concept behind tribalism. And after some research, I was thinking that this is a good topic that we can discuss as generally the youth here, as you can see also the team of Empower here. And I want to prick their minds on this concept. So, just to give an ideation behind is that anytime someone is talking about leadership and politics generally, there's always that background, that kind of thinking, ama ile chenye mtu anafikiria huko nyuma, na lazima anaongea kwa ajili ya ametoka kutoka upande gani, rather than chenye anasema. So hiyo ndio chenye nataka tuongelee today. We get to know why is that the case? Why can people just think that huyu mtu anasema nini rather than anatoka wapi? So because we want to demystify that, I want to give also let's say some team members here, they give their minds to it. So let's start off let's say from my far left here. OCS, maybe you can give us maybe some context, some what you think about this. Yeah,
thank you. In our politics, we cannot ignore the tribal card, because, for example, in Nairobi is a metropolitan area where everyone from the corner of this country is here. So when it comes to politics, you find that there is how people go back to local. For example, let's say today you have a gubernatorial base whereby you have Nagowino, Sakaja, Musasukura is also preparing to come, Nyakera. So when it comes to that seat, you will find that the people from the mountain will look for their man, Musasukuri or Nyakera. The people from the lake region will look for their man, Bagowena. The people from Western will look for their man, Sakaja. So, for you to bring all these people in one ballot box, it is not easy, because Babowino will come with this ideology, Sakaja will become with this ideology, same to Nyakera, same to Musasukuri, same to the other person who will also come. So you find that people will be saying, no, I can't give so and so, and I'm leaving our one here. Instead of buying ideology, people are looking their person.
Okay. So I get what you're saying. So it's very interesting what you're bringing up, because I think that's really important to consider. And you have mentioned that people always are rooted towards their background.
Yeah.
But there's another interesting concept, and I want maybe another member to respond to this. There's an interesting concept. OCS has mentioned about the tribal card, and I want to know, how do we get rid, because as much as we are coming from a specific place, we should also look at the performance of these leaders. If you talk about Nyakera, we ask ourselves, what has he done that we can get to listen to him? Even rather than what is even done, if he's not been in a position of leadership, what is he really saying? What is the agenda for the people of Nairobi within this position of government? So I think now I'll hand it over to Julius. So maybe you can give us your mind regarding this. Why do you think that that is the case? Why can't people just say, because the tribal card is there, but also I think what is more important is the performance of the leaders that we try to shoot, and that performance will be based on their manifesto. Why are we not looking at the manifesto?
That's a very interesting question. I mean, Kiangalio story na tribalism. I think that the origin is not only in Kenya. Everyone always look at someone that comes from their place, you get. And now it's not no longer on, I'm not collecting you on the basis of merits. We're not collecting in terms of your coming from your place. And I think it's just a humanistic nature, because najua watu wanapenda kudraw some backgrounds for scripture. Ukiangalia the moment yenye tulikuwa tunakutana na the back then people walikuwa wanakutana na God about being given the people leaders. Because currently when you talk about politics, there are representatives of God still. Back then, there's this story about people are being referred to the tribes in that setting of Marifai in terms of the types of trees. And when there's this question about, I don't know if it's particular Old Testament, yenye anasema nikiwapea grapes are due to these other fruits that you get. And now when you're given maybe beetroot cannot bleed over the other person, yes. And I think it's just a matter of the origin, in that you feel more safe with the someone you're relevant to, rather than an unknown person and good ideas, but just on the basis that maybe the Chibo is someone from my place. By nature, I'll choose him over OCS, even though OCS are gonna good ideas. Or even by work, OCS are trying to be another kazi. But this guy has a backup of him coming from my plan. Yes. Yeah, so I think I mean as
I get that, and it's a very interesting perspective. Because there's that bit you mentioned about safety. Because as much as OCS have mentioned about the tribal camp, there's a bit you mentioned about safety. We feel safer with people that come. But we have also seen, so this is the question I want to throw to Victor. And it will also give you as his peace of mind regarding this. We have also seen leaders who are coming from our own areas. Me personally, from where I come from, in Kisumu, Ahero, we have a leader, an MCA who lives anaishi huko kwa Lami. Na sisi amedoaje huko na he's our own person. So it doesn't make sense to me that utaniambia ati mtu wetu, na nimeshaona mtu wetu akishapata kiti MCA anatoroka anaenda anaishi kwa town, anaacha barabara zilikuwa zimeharibika. Unaona? Na anamaliza 5 years without hata hawezi jua kama ni MCA. Akishamaliza 5 years anakuja tena anachukua the same motorcade, anachukua vijana na mpanga. So hata hiyo tumesikia. And
you know that one is taking place in the rural area, where there is no mix-up of the tribal. That one we find in many areas, especially in rural areas. Most of the leaders from the grassroots do that. But for example, all these leaders everyone has a track record. And by the time during campaigns, they come with a manifesto. You know, if you look at their manifesto and you compare with their track record, there are two things different. Because at that manifesto, they actually tells you what they are going to do or what they are planning to do after elections, in case you elect. But already you have another thing with you, which is the track record. So you see, you are forgetting a track record, you are focusing on a manifesto, but a track record matters than manifesto.
Yeah, so just to cut you short, because I was heading, you have mentioned about track, and sometimes, you see, for that leader that we had, as the MC in that day. So this is what I want to throw to you now, Victor. Before now, OCS will introduce that again. We find that this guy is coming in new, and we were throwing out another leader because we're seeing is not functioning. So we're bringing in a new leader, but still is underperforming. Na ni mtu wa huko kweli. Hatujaingia Nairobi. Lazima simu huko nyumbani, ndio. Uko kwa ground huko nyumbani na hakuna, we are just there. Tuko huko na tunajiuliza because we have to get this before tuende mpaka huko penye tuko Nairobi. ujiulize kama ni mtu wa kwetu, because Julius ame-mention we feel safer na mtu wa kwetu. Kama ni mtu wa kwetu na perform huko nyumbani, kuna chances zinaweza kuwa mtu wa kwetu hapa na Nairobi na perform, na kuna mtu mwingine mwenye anaweza toka Luya ama whichever tribe na bado atafanya kazi. So what do you think? What do you think is the issue?
Okay, according to me, I think there is nobody who doesn't want anything good for himself. Each and every person wants everything good for himself. Nataka kitu kizuri kwangu, ndio unataka ya. Mimi ni Mjaluo, wewe maybe ni Mluya. Unataka kila kitu kizuri kuje kwangu. And I also need the best for myself. So even if you go to the grassroots, that is rural home. Rural home, we also have clans. Let me give you for an example here, we have like in Homa Bay. In Homa Bay, if it was not about Raila Amolo Odinga, Gladys Wanga, we will have not won.
True.
So there's this another clan called Rajwani, these people of Rajwani. There are so many, followed by people from Dewa. So you will find people of Rajwani will always want everything good for themselves. Even if it comes to elections, you will find that Rajwani will give in more votes to their person as compared to the other political partner.
Before you proceed, let me ask you, what if that person up there has served for a term and has not been performing, and there's another person who's coming from another clan but is making a proposition, or rather let's say alitoka kwa kiti ya MCA na mwana alifanya kazi na anatoka kwa clan tofauti, lakini mko na mtu wenu
the reason is
kazi bado anampigia kura.
That is why I started by saying that there is nobody who doesn't want anything good for themselves. Okay. Even if this person is not performing well as you wish, they always say that if this person is not performing well, then what tells you that the other person is going to perform well?
To me, the tribal pain is from the background. Back at home.
Okay.
You see?
The mtu wetu thing.
Yeah, the mtu wetu thing.
It's not starting from the town.
Yeah,
something.
No.
Okay.
It begins back at
That is
home.
something that is bad.
That's the reason why you have heard Victor saying that in Homa Bay County, there's a certain area of Rajwani having more votes than the other areas. So the people of Rajwani will feel like we are the ones who are having it already. Yeah.
They always have a thing they say.
Yes.
Mtu wetu anatawala sana.
Na lazima tukue kwa hiyo meza.
Lazima tukue kwa hiyo meza.
Kwa hiyo meza.
Okay.
So kukaa kwa hiyo meza si eti kukaa tu without bringing their person.
Wanasema kijana our son is the leader there, or our daughter.
Even if he is doing nothing.
Nothing.
The paradox is that person of yours that atafanya the list. In fact, if the opposite of what you expect.
Yeah.
Niulize. Anaweza kosa kufanya. But niulize. Let me throw it, because we already mentioned the problem. There's the problem in tumeongelea, which means the tribal card is there. Kuna hiyo mtu wetu thing yenye is going on huko ni. But tena niulize, because generally here speaking, most if not all of us are aspiring into leadership. Yeah. Let me ask you now, because the context, the reason why I brought up this topic is because we have seen people performing who are not from our region. Because chances are you can find someone who was not favored. I said, what about Raila? You can find that there are people who are also winning seats, even when he was having that influence. Maybe independent tickets and all that. So there was chances of that happening. But now let me ask you, is that the possibility of us getting into there is there. But how do you think unaweza solve aje hii problem ya tribalism? Because kuna mtu anaweza toka nje ya hiyo mtu wetu na bado wafanyie kazi. Na mnyinyi mnaweza ona huyu anafanya kazi. A good example ni kama hapa, let's go back to Nairobi politics. Huyu alikuwa anaitwa General Bad. When he was given the position he was given some few allocations kwenye Sonko alikuwa anatolewa. Uliona alikuwa anafanya I think is the one who did even the renovation ya markets, akafanya renovation hata ya Urupa. So he's looking better. So we didn't even talk about Mbadi kwenye alikuwa anatoka. People just knew he performed. And that's where we want to take this thing. Sasa nikuuliza, I want us to dissolve, to demystify it. Kama wewe unataka kusimama hapa kiongozi wa Nairobi, and you get that position of leadership, how do you think you can change this narrative ya mtu wetu useme naweza kuwa mimi nimetoka Busia ama Nyanza ama whichever place ama hata huko Northeastern, but nikikuja nikikaa hapa Nairobi naweza deliver kwa watu wa Nairobi. Hiyo unaweza change. Nataka nianze na OCS. How do you think you can change that? Unaweza change hiyo.
Before we come on how we can change it. You know, we have political cartels.
Okay.
And these people are working much on propaganda than anything else.
So there's propaganda. Okay.
Yeah, that in politics there are factors you cannot ignore.
Yeah, that's true.
Something like propaganda
can
take you somewhere in political.
Yeah.
Because everyone, you cannot go and sell your idea outside there, then you fail to fight. Some people will buy it.
Yeah.
The same way the other person with the propaganda will also find his people. You get?
Yeah.
So you might be doing it, you want to work for the people of Nairobi.
Yeah.
But your opponent is already aware you want to work for the people of Nairobi. So he's coming to brand you with the propaganda so that you lose that seat.
That's it.
Or even if you get it.
Even if it's not true.
Yeah.
As long as you know this, they have met their agenda.
Even if you manage to get it, he will still look for another propaganda to come and brand you with it, so that you just lose that position. And you all know, people are always taking the headline and the old story.
Exactly, especially if it's a bad one.
Yeah, they will always buy
they say PR is PR, whether it's negative or positive, it is PR.
So it is not easy. Because they will buy that headline and go away with it. While forgetting the old story. You get it?
So how do we go about that?
So for you to succeed and work for the people of Nairobi in a good manner, you must know how to manage all these things. Management. You must know how to manage all of them. The cartels, the propaganda ones, and the genuine ones, plus the innocent ones who are now not even interested in politics.